Well, hello friends. Author Carissa McIntyre here, Lady Mac XO, and I have really exciting news for you today. This is probably the second most anticipated video I'm going to put out for a while. The most being a reading, which you guys know I've had to take some alternative routes to try to do this. But hey, I got the next video coming as a reading, but this video is, I'm so excited. I'm coming back with a brand new novel. Yes, I know. You guys are like, yes, you've been talking about this forever. But no, guys, like it's coming. Pun intended. I am officially publishing my 12th novella in the late summer, early fall of this year. Yes, this year. Yes, it's coming. I say novella because it is going to be probably about the same size. I'm putting my notes up here so I don't have to keep looking down into my crotch. Oh, could I say that this early into the... We're going to find out, guys. Nothing is monetized. Anyway, I say novella because this novella is going to be like a novella, kind of like my zombie books are. I think right now I'm sitting at around 30K. It's still going through work, and then probably in July I will be ready, well, we're already going into July, but like second or third week I'm hoping to open for beta reading, and then because I'm moving pretty quickly, end of August, beginning of September, it'll be like ARC reading and ready to publish. I am pretty excited. It is not like a massive tome or a brick or anything. Again, it's just going to be a little one, and it literally doesn't even have a name yet. I have been calling it an assortment of things. I have been calling it Francesca's story, Francesca's journey, mostly just like poor Francesca. It's not going to have her name in the title at all. It's just how I've labeled it. Or like my octopus, hens wearing ties, which we'll get into. I don't even have a cover for it yet either, although I have a pretty solid idea of what I think I want it to look like, which is mostly just like a sexy leg on the beach with like an octopus tentacle pulling it into the water. Does that make sense? Maybe over like a... I like the idea of like a sunset sky, but it's primarily stormy during what happens. So anyway, yeah, I'm excited to get it into some new people's hands to give me some feedback on the storyline. So again, if you are interested in beta reading, I'm very selective with beta reading too. Like it's mostly just people that I trust and that have read my stuff before. But if that happens to be one of you that's watching this, in a couple of weeks, I will absolutely have somewhere where you can like contact me and let me know you want to beta read it. But let me tell you a little more first. I will be sending sneak peeks of the first chapter, well, of the book, and then I tend to send out the first chapter to my mail list, and that will be actually going out in the next like week or two. I'm finally on my game with my mail list too. If you are on that and you're like, I ain't heard from you in a long time, the email you're gonna get by the end of this week. I'm not sure when this is gonna air actually. So I'm currently filming this in the last week of June. So, we are living in the devil's asshole right now. And I don't, this heat's making it hard to function. I don't remember exactly what order these videos are going up in. I know there's another one too. I'll have to check my schedule, but I think for timeline's sake, I'm going to get it up this week. So if you are on my email list, you're going to get an email at the end of this week telling you what's been going on with my email list. And then the next week, after I've had time to make sure all of these videos are out and I can advertise it a bit, I will have the new chapter, the first chapter, coming out to my email list. I usually put it in my Google Drive as well. And if you sign up for my email list, you get a link for my Google Drive, and it has 7 or 8 free stories in there and some other weird stuff I've done over the years, because I've actually been at this for like 8-9 years now. A really long time. I'm just winging it. So anyway, please like this video if you see this, if you made it this far. because the more people that see that I have a nasty story coming out, where do I tell you guys? Okay, I've only been hinting at it so far. So here we go. This book is weird and dirty and nasty and unlike anything I've ever wrote before, way beyond the bounds of that. It was originally intended as like a graphic comic kind of thing where it was gonna have like photos and artwork with it, but that fell through. But I didn't want the story to fall through because the story is so taboo and twisted and weird. So I just edited it so that it would become a full story, and which is why it's still got some work to do, and I want some beta readers to kind of like make sure I've filled in all the gaps. But it basically follows a young woman. She's in her 20s. She knows she has some aquatically weird tastes. She tends to keep by herself. She tends to use a lot of things that I can't say on here. But one I actually want to do an educational video on, so I'm wondering if that will kind of allow me to slide through. It is about something that lays eggs. So that is in the book a lot. Tentacle stuff is in there. Body jelly, a lot of slippery, goopy things, a lot of exploration. And then, because if long wet appendage play stuff isn't enough, there's no man in this. There's no HEA, happily ever after. And you might actually be shocked and surprised at how it turns out, because when I say there's no happily ever after and there's no man, there's like a tentacle thing and there's a woman. Even I was like, I don't really know where this is going to go. And then when the ending came, I was like, what is wrong with me? And why do I love this so much? So this may not be for everybody, but it is absolutely going to be for some of you weird, twisted freaks that I love so much and that love my out of the box stuff. If you liked Another Woman's Sins, you will know that I'm definitely taking a different trajectory on where some of my novels are going. That's not to say they're all going to be very dark. I have to finish up Celeste's Journey. I would love to tell you the side novel attached to Cuff isn't that dark, because Cuff, the series itself, really wasn't that dark. But I basically took Brandon, who was like an odd, like an off side character who was only mentioned a handful of times. Like, I know he's the main kidnapper, but the story happens between Adam and Demi. So Brandon's mentioned, he's just kind of there doing his own thing, and then he's no longer in the story anymore. He actually does get mentioned. It doesn't matter. His character is pretty like tough macho guy, and then for some reason I had this crazy story idea of turning him into basically like a, you know what? You can just wait for that. Anyway. So all of my books aren't all going to be crazy like that. I do have some more like vanilla-y stuff eventually to write. But some of the stuff that's been coming out is pretty out there. Yeah. So this is a really messy story. Anyway, all that is to say, I am really excited for it. I haven't wrote a whole lot over the last probably year or more since I published Another Woman's Sins. I do write. I write regularly, but I was writing for business for so much that I would write maybe 20 minutes here or there or an hour, and I didn't have a lot of my passion for it or my creativity. And when I write, when I first come up with a story or that's filtering through me, I tend to put it all into note form, so I don't really lose anything when I'm not working on it. But I don't feel that excitement or that passion for it when I'm so drained. And I compare it to when I owned a cleaning business. Guys, I'm almost 40. 20 years ago, 15 years ago, I could clean other people's houses spotless all the time, and then I would come home and be like, I would just rather not. And a lot of time I ended up hiring somebody to clean my house because right? So I don't write anymore for other people other than like the odd little thing that's like actually really fun or really creative, or if I'm doing like consulting work for somebody, which is paid a little differently and structures my time a little differently. Primarily, I am doing coaching now and consulting and Reiki. So over the past 4 or 5 months, my creativity for writing and my spark has like bloomed entirely. But then I ended up pouring a lot of that into a different book, which I've kind of hinted at a few times, because I'm going to publish that as well. That's almost as long as the octopus novella. But it's going to take some... It's not a romance. It's not a smut. It's more of a tale that needs to be told. So it needs to be worked on tremendously before public can see it. Anyway, okay, I'm getting off track here, and I'm not editing any of this out. I'm so beyond that, you guys. I have begged, pleaded, tried to overpay, tried to compensate, tried to offer 101 things to get people to help me with my editing, and no matter what happens, no matter who offers, no matter what route I take, it doesn't work out, and I'm left here editing all of these videos I take for you guys, and so I'm making my life easier by rambling and letting you guys listen to that. That's probably why I get 16 views now. Okay, all that is to say, please go join in for my mail list. All the links will be below. I will be sending out an update on what's going on with my mail list and why I've been kind of stagnant with it on Friday. It is Tuesday currently that I'm filming this. No idea when it's going up. It could be up in an hour. It could be up in 4 days from now. I can't remember what the schedule is. And anyway, then in another week or two, I will have information on if you're somebody that I feel I can comfortably trust with beta reading and can give me some feedback and read it fairly quickly. You will get the fairly finished draft of the book to read. Then any feedback or issues or like plot holes I ain't filled, I will go back and finish that, and then it will go through its final editing, and then it will be ready for publishing. So I guess I should figure out a title and what the cover is going to look like. Okay, my next video that's coming is a reading. I am doing a reading. I'm doing a reading from Another Woman's Sins. I have done a reading from Another Woman's Sins. It's already been filmed. It does require a lot of editing. Readings are not as easy for me to do without like just kind of like I'm improvising a lot of this. I have notes. I don't follow them. The one time I just threw my papers behind me. I was like, God, I'm doing this off the top of my head. Reading, I can't do that. And when I stumble over the words and stuff, or I skip something, I got to polish that off. So it might not be up till next week. I think I'll probably put this one at first, or whatever else one was recorded to. I think there's another one floating around. This is what happens when you do all of the hats. People are like, well, now that you're doing whatever, like, why can't you just write all the time? Because I got to do my mail list. I have to advertise. I have to make all of the advertisements. I have to do all my social media. I got to answer the emails. I got to do my PR. I got to do my video schedule. I got to record them. I got to edit them. You guys are tired of listening to me whining, and you've already unfollowed me. Okay, bye. I have a reading up very soon, and then information on how to be an ARC reader. So ARC reading, I don't need any feedback for. It's pretty much ready to go. Unless there's like a glaring error that missed everybody else, it was probably intentional. And honestly, there isn't a whole lot to this. There's like a couple of characters and they're just getting stuffed with tentacles. I'm so demonetized. Love you guys. So glad you're here still. Thank you. Every watch, like, whatever. Write something in the comments. Leave me an octopus emoji if you got this far. I would love to see one. Just one. Okay. Lady Mac out. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for watching. Stay kinky.